Hey guys, Dragonfire back here again, and it's been a while, I guess. I don't know what time it is that I recorded the last thing, but I wanted to bring to you guys today a theory on a certain game that I've been playing recently that has had problems with Xbox recently. And that game is The Wolf Among Us Episode 2. Now, the reason why I didn't talk about Episode 1 is because I didn't realize that I could make some theory videos about it. Which, I'll tell you what, when I played the second episode and I heard that Snow White said that, okay, fuck, I'm going to say this first off before I release any spoilers. This is a big spoiler warning. If you guys have not played the second episode or don't want to know the ending of the second episode or anything that happens in the second episode, don't watch this video. Go off and play it. Go fucking buy it. Go play it. And just go fucking do it. Well, anyway, the reason why I'm going to be making this video is because I'm in the middle of updating Warframe. So, I just think, like, fuck it, I might as well talk about it. Sorry, I have a little bit of cough. Which I'm trying to hold back. In The Wolf Among Us Episode 2, we learn that Snow White is not dead and that we're learning different things about our characters. Now, I played the episode maybe 3 times over. And I found out that if you interrogate Woody, you find out that she was going to be having relationships with Lily, the prostitute. And if you know what I mean, I don't want to say what it is, but fuck it. He was going to have relations with Lily, who, if you don't know who Lily is, it's Holly's sister. Now, the story kind of plays out in 2 different ways, where if you take Tweedledum, or Tweedledee, whichever one the fuck it is, you have to strip them down to their johnnies before you can tell which one's which, in the words of Toad. What was it? If you take a Tweedledee, you find out some very, not so interesting things, and that is, Beauty had taken out a loan from them in order to pay rent. Now, if you don't know what Beauty is, I don't know how the fuck you don't know what Beauty is doing right now. She is off, and she's being the sort of gatekeeper for the prostitutes next to the pudding and pie. Well, anyway, I'll get to that later. Now, what my main theory was that the reason why I'm trying to segue this is because you learn that the dead body that you found out was Snow was, what was it? It was called a Glamour dead body. A person who is glamoured is a person who is made to look like another person or a human being. So say, if you're a troll, like Holly, you have to take glamour to look human in order to live in the main real world, or else you'll be thrown to the farm. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because Crane, if you guys have not played the ending of it and you are on suspense going what the fuck happened in the ending, basically Crane had taken Lily as a prostitute and had basically had sexual relations with her. Now, with doing that, he didn't know it was a troll. He thought it was a human or it looked like Snow White. Now, I wanted to bring up a theory that I wanted to bring up. So, both the person that Lily and Faith had been killed by, I don't think it's Crane. I honestly don't believe it's Crane. My theory behind that is because in the second episode, we've been learning not to trust people with, not to trust anybody practically. Glamours can be made on the black market and sold to, even if they're very bad copies. Now, what I mean is that, what if the Crane that we see that had sex with the fake Snow White, do you possibly believe that could be the killer only glamoured up and seeing what they're doing to find out who did this? Maybe he's taking Crane hostage, and by the end of it, he's going to release him, but he's going to be looking like Crane the entire time, so that Crane doesn't even know that the killer is Crane. Now, that might be a little bit confusing, but just think about it. Why would Crane be so fucking bad? He'd be so angry in the first episode, but when you finally see him in the second episode, he's helping out Big B, where before, That Crane that we saw in the first episode would never help out fucking Bigby. He would never help him. So why is he being all of a sudden nice? Just be sympathetic because Snow died? Because he thought Snow died? But no. After Snow had been killed, or supposedly killed and brought back to life, he became still the same. He was not changed. Does that possibly mean that he has finally seen the light and doesn't want to take things for granted? Or, and I'm relying on this fact, that he's been glamoured. Somebody else is this man. Possibly either a spy. Because, again, why would he be looking angry that he broke down the window? Now, okay, this was not my original part of it. A friend of mine, my buddy Nick, Silent Shadow 115, that we used to be in a group with, he, on the other hand, said that maybe Crane was possibly, like, why would he look angry when he broke down the mirror with the lamp? Why did he look angry? Beats me. But the thing is, it kind of works with that Glamour theory, where if he had broken it down and he was just like, dumbfounded, like, fuck, they know who I am, he wouldn't be angry. He'd be more scared that he was going to get fucked up by him. I mean, he drove out of town or something. And it makes sense, right? So it's just, I don't know. And I'll tell you what, this second episode, sure, it wasn't that long, but I will tell you it was more worthwhile. And I feel like the first one, it had to be long because it had to set characters and who they were. The second episode, of course, it isn't actually that long, but it kind of has to be like, building up suspense for the third episode. And it took them 4 months to do this, so I think they've had a time to actually think about the rest of the story. Now, think about this. Why would Crane be able to have an expensive spell that deleted everybody's minds? Either to be rid of, because think about this. Bigby it does not look like a fable. He looks like a human. So why would it be that Crane had to come by, take the evidence, and walk away? Couldn't they have possibly thought that Snow White was a fake? Was not even a fable? Was possibly just a person? Why did he come in there and save Bigby from being fucking, strung up and put into jail? I just can't make any sense of that. I can't make a lick of sense. I'm nearing the end of this because I have nothing else to talk about. I'm just rambling right now. But just think about it. I want you guys to think about it and possibly put out some comments. Tell me at least something that you guys want to know, that you guys might have some theories about this. I mean, this second episode has taught us about distrust and disillusion, illusion, where we're under the illusion that somebody is not who they say they are. Bluebeard, I feel like if you watch the ending of it, which I realized that I went past to the ending of the first episode, there's been a lot of changes from the first episode to the second episode. But in the second episode, if you watch the ending, saying, the next time on The Wolf Among Us, think about this. Why was Bluebeard saying it's time to make some changes around here? Does that mean that he knows that that's not Crane? Or is he just playing along with the fact that Crane's out of business and now he's going to be the one running this place? Until fucking Cole comes back. I don't know. I have no fucking clue. So, you guys, yeah, this has been the ending of it. This will be the end. This is almost on a 10-minute thing because I'm looking at my screen right now and it's telling me how long I've been going for. But yeah, I want you guys to think about that. Think about who we can trust and who we cannot. Snow, we can trust. Ichabod, I don't think we can trust. Beauty and Beast, we can probably trust. Toad, I kind of don't think we can trust. Hence the fact that him and TJ were sitting there looking at you through the mirror, watching you interrogate Tweedledee or Woody. Now, I'm just saying, look at people who we can trust. Again, another thought that I want to bring up is that Jack was wearing blue pants, blue jeans. Now, this is something that wasn't brought over from the first episode to the second, but in the first episode we found a scrap of fabric that looked like blue jeans. Do you possibly think that Jack could have something to do with all this? Because Gren certainly doesn't. Holly certainly doesn't. I think something's up with Jack since he's new and he's acting all cocky and shit. I don't know. Just my theory. And I want you guys to get back on me, message me, do anything. All right. I'll see you guys next time. And I will promise there'll be more videos coming out soon.